segue that I just had. So this segment is brought to you by the Kid Caddy Golf. For those unfamiliar, if you are a new dad and you're wondering how you'll be able to still play golf now that you have a little one, you need to check out the Kid Caddy. It's a golf club holder that attaches to your stroller and turns it into a push cart. It fits almost any stroller and lets you bring a full set of clubs, 7 balls, and everything you need from nap time to tea time. Introduce your kids to the game of golf and turn a walk around the block into a rack around the course. Check out kidcaddygolf.com or the link in our bio. So to that vein, we talk a lot about the relationship between fathers and sons, and obviously you guys have a product together, but that has to come from, your all's love of the game and the relationship you developed on the golf course. So is there a story you all have that, that really started this whole thing out, or, anything along those lines?
Well, I don't think it was a specific story, but I went to school down south. Went to the University of South Carolina, where I picked up playing golf. Obviously horrible when I first started. As I started playing more and coming home and playing,
you're still horrible.
Yeah, I know I'm still horrible, but now I'm only like a 24 handicap, But when I came home, our family started getting involved in it, right? So we'd all go to the range, we'd all go out and play at some of the county courses, and before you knew it, like Sundays, it was the 4 of us. It was me, my sister, my dad, my mom, right? And we'd go out and play together, and we all suck, present tense, right? But it was a lot of fun. We went out there, we laughed our asses off, right? We drank, we had a good time, and the segue to that was we always religiously, right? No matter how terribly we played, right? We always got a hot dog at the turn, the whole family, which is where the idea kind of stemmed from. We're like, what can we do together? What can we work on together? Because we knew we had a good dynamic, right? If you can spend 5-6 hours on a Sunday with your family religiously over the summer, right, when you could be, elsewhere with friends and, messing around, we thought we had something there. So we thought of the idea when we were coming off the 9th green, probably just tripled bogeyed something, and ran over to the clubhouse and got a hot dog. And before you knew it, the foursome behind us just skipped the clubhouse completely. We're pushing up against us on the 10th green or 10th tee box. And we all had nowhere to put our hot dog. So I'm sure one of us just absolutely scarfed it down, got the meat sweats pretty much immediately. Others just kind of threw it in the glove compartment of the golf cart or on the seat. And at the end of the round, we're like, what is golf missing, right? There's plenty of things, right? Everything to help your swing or say you help your swing. And, nothing works. There's hundreds of different products, but like what would stand out? What would be fun to make? And it really all started from just our family playing together and, sharing experiences together. And that's where it all started.
Is that a top 3 sin on the golf course of if rolling through the pro shop and pushing people on the 10th tee without?
We don't understand it. Why people do that? Of course, it's definitely a sin. You have to stop.
What are you carving off like 5 minutes from your round, right? Give the guy a breather. That's like not stop. If I stopped with a cart girl, right, to get some drinks, the guy behind me should probably just stop and just say hello, if nothing else, because, let's keep the pace of play pretty even. I'm not sitting there like, for 40 minutes in the pro shop, trying to decide what putter I'm going to miss with. It's, grab something to eat, grab some beers and get out of there. So I think it's a sin and they shouldn't be allowed on those golf courses. All right.
But, also, some of these courses need to set up a little bit better because there's some courses that are fantastic at the turn. As far as one having a phone ready for you to go, calling ahead or whatever and running in there. Other people are set up, it all depends.
We have a couple of places around here that'll actually pull the grill out and they'll be sitting literally on the cart path as you go by and we'll be grilling dogs and burgers and stuff.
We have that as well.
It's a great idea. I think we played I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, Matita Conch last summer. And they had the full grill set up out there. It was, very easy. We walked up. It was in and out. It was probably 3 minutes. Everything was getting grilled, ready to go. There was no delay. It was smooth.
Yeah, it's perfect.
But you can't always have that level of service, I guess.
I just don't understand people who are in a hurry on the golf course. Like, I get made fun of all the time because I'm the guy, like, to me a golf course is like an experience, and that's part of like the hot dog at the turn of like I like to have a day, right? Like I show up early because I like to, putz around and hit golf balls. I don't like feeling rushed. I don't like to me, golf's like that break from everything else that I have to do on a day-to-day basis. And I live a really busy life. I have a 1-year-old. We're constantly running around. Like the last thing I want to do is like, oh yeah, these guys in front of us are stopping to get hot dogs. Let's try to rush up on them. Like I don't understand that
or play
at all.
through, right? Like that. Oh my God. When you get up to the 10th tee and they're already up there and they're teeing, like just to beat you, that is the worst. But it sounds like your wife's cool because you take your time on the golf course. And I don't think a lot of people have that luxury. So if she's listening, hey, brownie points, right? Yeah.
My wife is really cool. We do very, very well. And this would be, I guess, my advice. Andy, do you have kids yet?
I
By
do
chance?
not
Okay. Tom, you've been through this in the in the past with kids. It's always very, very hectic, right? But my wife and I try to find time both for us as well as ourselves, right? And the one thing I never do, like if my wife's out, I never text her like my son's grumpy, my son's doing like he's doing this, he's doing that. Like it's your time and it's your time to enjoy, and I don't want you to feel like the time that you're enjoying, you need to be worried about like, coming back home. And I think a lot of people fall short of that. But we try to at least. I don't play as much golf as I used to, that's for sure. But she's really good about like, hey, I'd like to play twice this month. Can you tell me some times and some dates that work? And she leaves me alone, which is great.
That's unbelievable. I mean, it helps you enjoy the round, right? Like if you were racing to next tee and rushing people, right, it wouldn't be enjoyable for anybody involved. So that's a blessing, I would say.
Yeah. No, I have a lot of faults, but I did marry well. So,
my wife actually plays golf and actually is a very good golfer. So it's fun playing with her, but it's also, like I said, on Sunday I'm going out with Andy, my son-in-law, and a friend of mine, and they're doing something else. So it's great family time, it's great individual time. It's just it's wonderful. You talk about, just to digress for a quick second. You talk about not calling your wife. When my daughter's older than Andy. She was young. Andy wasn't even born yet, and my wife went out with her girlfriends, and my daughter fell and hit her face on the corner of a dresser, and split her lip open. I thought, oh my God, this is bad. This is really bad. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to call my wife. Not going to call her. So I called my neighbor over, and I said, hey, I said, Sharon, do you think that what is this? She goes, this is pretty bad. You should call your wife. I'm like, oh my God, right? So I called the restaurant. And I said, she was with two girlfriends. I said, maybe you can help me. My wife is there. I'm looking for 3 blondes. And the guy goes, we all are, buddy. What else you need? So I'm like, no, really, I need my wife, but, I follow the same school of thought, as does my wife. When we're out with, she takes girls trips. I take guys trips. I mean, you'll see as you get older and your kids, your child gets older that, there's still that time to be had for sure.
Well, Tom, these were the good old days that, like, if you called the restaurant and they weren't there, it was like, well, they're either dead or will get home at some point, right? Like, and I just can't get a hold of them. It's weird to think in today's day and age with cell phones and everything. Like, if you were like, meet me at the restaurant at 8, and they didn't show up at 8:15, it was like, well, I guess we'll just eat and hope they're okay. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I probably just dated myself, right? When I said I had to call the restaurant, I didn't call my wife. I had to call the restaurant.
Yeah, send a letter.
Yeah.
Smoke signals. Yeah. Come in. You were grilling hot dogs. And you just had
the fire on the mountain. That's
something must be bad at home.
Just you guys are from the Northeast, so you just sent Paul Revere down the street asking.
Yeah, exactly. Why, is that unusual? Yeah.
Well, guys, look. Tell us a little bit about the product. Tell us where we can find you, all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
So like we've explained the product, right? It fits right in the golf ball holder of your golf cart. It's fun. We've seen a lot of engagement over the last year and a half. We launched, just about a year and a half ago in the summertime. And since then have gotten into, major retailers. We started this and we were like, imagine if, right? We got into Dick's, Golf Galaxy, PGA Store. And as of, I want to say 3 weeks ago, we finalized that list and got PGA Superstore on. We've had Dick's, Golf Galaxy, so you can find it in all the major retail locations. And it's just kind of funny, seeing it start off, it gets, fulfilled out of a house in Long Beach Island, right? And everybody works around the clock and puts all their hands in and wears a lot of different hats to get it done. It's a ton of fun. And you can find us, like I said, in any of those retail locations. We have a website, www.dogoncaddy.com, as well as Etsy, Amazon. So whatever you guys find easier, whatever you feel comfortable, navigating through, we're on there. We're always open to feedback. We have a lot of guys that leave, reviews, and thankfully we've have close to 200 5-star reviews. I think we're in all 50 states.
Guam.
We're in Guam, Canada, and we've made some special orders over to Europe as well. So it's been a lot of fun, and people are loving it, and we're just happy people are enjoying it. You get your negative comments every once in a while, like you do on any social media post, but you got to look through it because there's plenty of people that have reached out and been like, it's the simple things in life, right? They spend $15 on a hot dog holder and the whole crowd laughed about it, right? And they got to enjoy a hot dog during the round, and they whip it out at the turn, and everybody's laughing and having a good time. And so we're really excited to share it with more people. And we're not going to stop here, and we hope it keeps growing and it reaches the hands of all golfers, if not most of them. So
I'll tell you what, man. If one of the biggest signs of success is when you actually have haters. Like if you have people out there that you have a majority of people telling you it's great. Sometimes if everybody's telling you it's great, it's probably just a family thing, and it's like people are just kind of sucking up. When everybody's telling you it's great, and then you have 5 or 6 people that are telling you it's stupid or whatever, that's when you know you made it. Because like if it's not getting to the point where you actually have haters, it's probably not getting a far enough reach. And you guys, I can't tell you how many times I get sent on Instagram your all's reels, just on my personal Instagram, like people, because I'm always the hot dog guy, and I get, like you should get this, you should get this. So whatever you all are doing, keep it up. It's a fantastic product. I'm so happy that you guys were able to join us tonight. This has been a lot of fun. If you one quick question, does this fit every single golf cart out there?
Yes. Some better than others, but yes, we've used them all of them. We've gotten pictures from fans, customers that have used them all different golf carts. So
I like fans. That was good.
Yeah, fans. Yeah, it makes it like it sounds. We're a band. Yeah.
So yeah, it fits in all, like Andy said, it fits in all golf carts. Some better than others. We've seen people using it for not only just hot dogs, but to your point, brats. We've seen hoagie sandwiches. We've seen pitas in there. A lot of things. So it's pretty versatile.
I've put tall boy beers in there. Yeah,
they work.
Well, guys, it's a great product. Everybody, please make sure to follow Dog'On Golf both on on our Instagram feed. They do a bunch of really, really cool reels as well. Make sure you buy their product. If you see it at Dick's when you're checking out, grab it real quick. Buy it on Amazon. This has been a blast. Thank you all so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us. This was fantastic. Appreciate it.
Send us your address. We need some caddies.